Howdy, howdy, howdy. Happy to be here and happy you're here with me. And if you're new here and enjoy this content, I hope you'll subscribe. Hi, this is Southern Gals Crochet and my name is Heather. And I totally did that backwards. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a few things. First of all, how my market went on Saturday. Okay, so I've done this particular market a couple of times and it's been okay. Tolerable, I guess is the word. Actually, I think the last time I did this market, it got rained out. Well, this wasn't particularly a market per se. The last time it was an artisan fair. But this time, this lady, she runs a alteration shop and a boutique. It's slash boutique alteration shop. And she had been out for a few months from illness. And she was trying to get back in the swing of things. So she was like, invited a few vendors to have like a re-grand opening. And only she had said that there were going to be approximately 5 vendors. And when I got there, I was the only one. And about a half hour later, another one showed up. But that was it. It was just me and one other lady. And I had been told that we would just have enough room for one table. So I downsized my inventory to set up with one table and 2 of my wire A-frames. And I'll throw in a picture of how that setup looked. But I have to say I was pretty disappointed. But I was like, it's a beautiful day and I'll just sit here and crochet, And so I sat there and I did the tops for 11 roses. That's a pretty good amount of sitting and crocheting time. I had a couple of people come by and asked if I had, what was it, a puppy? No, I don't have any puppies. Do you have any owls? No, I'm sorry, I don't have any owls. And I just sat there and crocheted and tried to stay out of the sun. I was set up right next to the building. The building's edge was over here, and I was set up long ways like this under a small tree. And so as the sun was coming, I kept moving my chair to stay in the shade. And next thing you know, I am all the way up next to the house, to the building. And by the end of the day, there was no hiding from that sun at all. But let's go ahead and look at my stats for that market, which was not very much. Let's see here. I should have opened this before I got on. I never seem to think of that. But I do have my list, and I can tell you right away 3 items. I sold 3 items. That was how bad and slow it was. I don't know if it was a lack of advertising or if it was, I knew there was a couple of major events going on elsewhere. Like in downtown San Antonio was the fiesta is going on. And outside of San Antonio, south of it, is the Poteet Strawberry Festival. So there were some competing things going on that would not bring people out our way. It would take them, into the big city or south of the big city. And all right. So this particular event did not cost me any money to get in. It was, basically just a favor. It was from 10 to 3, and I made $28. $28. Yeah, I would have to say that was the worst one I have had so far this year. Only to be a little under the $38 I did at the beginning of the year. But yeah, $28. And all of that was cash. And unfortunately, hubby did not get paid this week at all. I'm keeping that $28. I sold 3 items, and those were one yellow duck for $8 and 2 scrubby sets for $10 each. There you go. And of course I did not spend any money, and it was a gorgeous day. It was really sad. You would have thought there would be so many people out and about on such a gorgeous day. It was sunny. It was, no fog, no rain, no nothing. Just gorgeous day. Not too hot. I mean, it was a little bit warm, especially when sitting in the sun, but it wasn't super hot. So that's how that market went. It was really, really slow. But I do apologize. I am yawning. I had to take a muscle relaxer for my muscles, and it's making me very sleepy. So I'm yawning. All right, and let's move on to a couple of makes I have done, and let's talk about the museum. Oh, before I get to the museum, this particular boutique has requested that I put a couple of items in her shop, and at a 10% commission. It's a pretty good commission. So I will have to think about what all I am going to put in her shop. I'm thinking about it. I have 2 weeks before she does some changes inside of her building to come up with what I'm going to be doing for her. All right, and the museum. My arrowhead. I got the approval to put some of these in the museum, and I looked around. I'm telling you, I told you, I told y'all that I saw a whole room full of arrowheads, and when I went back, they weren't there. There was just a little plaque on the wall with some arrowheads. I was like, what in the world is going on? Well, apparently that particular day when I was looking around, there was a guy there that was special event. You know, he's not there all the time. He's just there occasionally. I just happened to have seen him when he was there. And I thought his display was absolutely gorgeous. So, yeah. It blew me away when I went in there and there was nothing there. I was like, what happened to the arrowheads? Oh, they're only here occasionally. Okay. All right. That was an adventure. I did notice that they have sold half of the roses that I already gave them. So they are down to 6 roses. So that was one of the reasons why I was sitting there crocheting roses. And so I got me some more roses done. But I noticed on the bottom of them, they were starting to come unraveled. So I don't know if you can see it real good. I put some floral tape. I hot glued some floral tape to the bottom. I saw this video where this person was wrapping, it was like a learning medical thing about how to wrap up a dog's foot. It was just like a silicone dummy that they were using. And they showed how they would do that and get a perfect rounded bottom. I used that technique on this and it worked out perfectly. I was like, that was so informative, interesting and informative. And I used it for wrapping up the bottoms of my flowers. So that was pretty cool. I'm always learning something new every day. And let's see, what else? Oh, I went and got some frogs done, but I had to change my colors. I was using Baby Snuggle from Hobie in the eucalyptus color. No, sage color. And that's what I use on my flowers. And I was also using it on my frogs. So I had to change colors. So we have a more of a emerald green and a spring green. I really like this color. It's so cute. So I got some of those done. Some really cute different colors of frogs. And then I was like, I saw a video on Instagram a while back, and I have always wanted to do a blueberry, but I had a blueberry a long time ago, but I used this big blanket yarn, and it was a big thing, and it took forever to sell. And so I wanted to try a little one. So we have just a little blueberry. I used, what did I use? It's like a denim color blue in Just Chanel. And I love how pretty it is. And then on that note, I decided to do some strawberries. And I have already tagged these. I was trying to get ahead of myself. But yeah, some strawberries. A little pink one and a red one to go with my blueberry. So I'll have me a bin with fruit. That will be cute. Okay, next thing to talk about was this sheep. I have a sheep pattern that I've been playing around with, and I think I've done 2 black sheeps so far, and I wanted to try some different yarns and see how that worked out instead of using the big Bernat blanket yarn. Lord help me. Lord help me when we run out of the Sweet Snuggles Light and Home Slim. I just don't know what I'm going to do. We already lost Posh and Baby Bear, and now we already lost Home Slim and Sweet Snuggles Light. They are really pushing my limits. But anyway, I wanted to show you these colored sheep. One's green, one's purple, and I tried the embroidery eyes instead of safety eyes, because I have constantly having people, wanting something without safety eyes. So I really need to practice. I need to practice that because that was challenging. But they came out quite a bit smaller than the black one because, Sweet Snuggles Light versus Bernat Baby Blanket is, a big difference. So I'm still playing around with that pattern. Maybe one of these days I'll get it perfect and y'all can have it. Alright, and the last thing, I did this yesterday. Yesterday I did a sloth, but I've already packaged it up. I'll put a picture up here of the one I had before that I already mailed out so you can see. And again, that's the last one I'll be able to do in that particular yarn because it is a Home Slim yarn. And that's my last gain, which really is sad. So I purchased some yarn from, oh goodness, was it Hobie or it was Premier. I ordered some of their Parfait XL to see if it's comparable. I've been told it is, but I've never purchased XL before, so fingers crossed it's something that can take its place. I hope. Alright, so I don't know, maybe you're on Facebook, maybe you're not, but there is a group on Facebook called Random Acts of Kindness. And there is a pattern in their files called Glam Chicks. And so I went ahead and got this pattern, and it's free in their files on Facebook. Random Acts of Kindness and Glam Chicks. Look at this girl. Oh my gosh, she's adorable. It is a little chicken with her, I put a little heart tail. I put a little heart tail on her. And she has a little hat. Can't quite see it from the front. But I put some beads on her like she's wearing a necklace. And she's got her little purse. And she's got her little shoes. I had so much fun making this glam chick, and I can tell you there are many more glam chicks in my future for sure. This was so fun and easy. There were a lot of sewing, but not really hard, just sew this knot this on, basically. Put one strand in, knot it on the inside, knot this one, knot the tail, knot the legs. I mean, they say to just, like attach the yarn and make it, and then, but to me it's just easier to make it, knot it, do the pom-pom on a little piece of cardboard. Easy peasy. Well, actually, the pattern says do it with your fingers. So, but I cut out a little piece of cardboard, and then some hot glue for your accessories, like your little shoes. Boy, look at those high heels, would you? Woo, ankle breakers, man. But yeah, super cute. I had so much fun doing that, and I will be making many more for sure. But yeah, go join the group and pick up your pattern. I don't even think you have to join the group. You can just pick up the pattern, I think. So yeah, so much fun. Well, there you go. That's all I have to say for today. I will see y'all next time. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Bye-bye.